Yo, what up? It should be everything on. Let's do this. I should adjust my notes. I found a few things. First of all, run number 8. Freaking impossible. Let's start. Have the right timer, yeah. And go.
Once upon a time in the...
I will never remember to skip this cutscene immediately. It always surprises me. Run!
Run! Something inside him said, run!
All of my Trebum are males. He's never said something inside of her said to run. I can't remember if my settings. I think I have cylinder aggression on, if I remember correctly, which is what I want. I think if I leave it on a food item, it goes back to the water after a little bit. Yeah, I don't like that. I want it to stay where I put it.
The great cylinder had stopped.
Oh man, it's getting warm in here.
For a little while.
I tried opening the window to let some cool air in, but it's just letting the sun in.
But these things were not so much learned as they were remembered.
Remembered.
Perhaps the little Trebum thought they were a gift from the strange voice it heard in its
I almost forgot I was playing a game for a second.
That too was a kind of memory. Just when it was starting to get used to its legs, the food from the jumping creature gave it new ones.
New ones?
The right substance as a catalyst, a Trebum can transform and adapt to many challenges.
Heard it. I'm going to be going backwards.
The Trebum knew things it had not known before. It knew the older
cylinder
Trebum
would not
had
allow
carried
it.
this light for a long, long time. And it knew that now that responsibility had passed to the next generation. Yes, this young Trebum had to carry the light to those great towers in the distance. It could have stayed here to learn many old things, but the cylinder would not allow.
That darn cylinder getting in the way of everything.
Run, the inner voice said, run. The towers would not stop.
Let me see if I can skip that second blue mist right there.
Quickly, the Trebum had to step on the symbol or the cylinder would not be stopped.
Yeah, it starts walking right here if I don't get that second blue mist, which isn't very bad, I guess. Get away from me.
Finding another Trebum was a cause for joy, but this new friend was not well. Deep inside the memories it had inherited, the Trebum found the answer.
That's wild.
To recover, its friend needed a very specific substance, which...
It's not very deep into the run,
Once upon a time in the age...
Like 4 minutes? That's like that cutscene from near the end. This is just chapter 1, so if we can get each part down, I think a full game run would take
Something inside him said,
around 2.5 hours, maybe. There's a lot of cutscenes towards the end, so there's not... I mean, there's a lot of cutscenes in chapter 1, too. Huh. You can't really make cutscenes go faster. Okay. The run is about, what was it, 3509 currently? I wonder how much of that is just cutscene. Food from the jumping creature gave it new ones. Am I live? I don't care. Oh, I need a... Yeah, I'm live.
The great crushing thing, the great cylinder, had stopped. Perhaps it was safe here for a little while. How quickly it learned to use its legs and its trunk.
Give me the egg.
These things
Give
were
me
not
the
so
egg.
much
Give me the
learned as
cricket.
they were
Give me the
remembered.
cricket egg. Give me the
Perhaps the little
egg.
Trebum thought
The
they
cricket
were a
egg.
gift from the strange voice it heard in its mind. That too was a kind of memory.
Frick. I ate a mushroom.
Just when it was starting to get used to its legs, the food from the jumping creature gave it new ones. With the right substance as a catalyst, a Trebum can transform and adapt to many challenges.
Alright, I'm not gonna... I won't reset this time, no matter what.
Surrounded by this light, the Trebum knew things it had not known before.
It had
It
not
knew
known
the older
before.
Trebum had carried this light for a long, long time. And it knew that now that responsibility had passed to the next generation. Yes, this young Trebum had to carry the light to those great towers in the distance. It could have stayed here to learn
But the
many
cylinder
old
would not
things,
allow it.
But the cylinder would not allow it.
So true, so real.
Run, the inner voice said, run. The towers would
Dang,
not
I hit a
stop the
dog.
cylinder unless
I ran over a dog. Frick.
Quickly, the Trebum had to step on the symbol or the cylinder would not be stopped.
I mean, we're not really, like, super fine-tuned on it just yet. We need to do major things like, not dying. I think we all have died in our run. And it's because, as I found just a little bit ago, run number 8, it rubber bands, and so it's almost impossible not to die there. I found, ooh, cutscene, frick.
The voice inside the Trebum's memories assured it that while the tower stood, the Trebum would be safe. The power of the eternal cylinder was contained for now.
Okay. Fish? Fish? Okay. And this is where you would normally see the cutscene.
This dust was not natural. Only a great Trebum could create it. And so it was on the achievements of previous generations that the newborn Trebum would have to rely. Luckily, it seemed a wise
Get
and
on the-
powerful Trebum had passed
Get
through
on the
here
circle.
some time ago.
Wait, give me you. Okay. Oh, was that teaching me how to switch Trebum? I forgot what those tutorials say, 'cause I haven't read them in so long.
Now this ancient statue transferred knowledge.
I will never remember to immediately hit
was as
escape
if
there.
a memory had been
And there's
stored
only
inside it,
one
waiting
cube
for
right
someone to
there.
absorb it.
So
And as soon as this knowledge had entered their minds,
we have
the
to
Trevor
save it
realized
across the
that
bridge.
there was a great library of information hidden away in the web of their memories. But why was the knowledge of a specific ingredient placed here in this trebum made of stone?
He's blabbering.
It said, "You are young, so you never knew the time when our people could shapeshift at will. We Trebum are inheritors of a vast tree of abilities.
And I am
Abilities
5 minutes
passed on
old
to all future
talking to this
Trebum.
guy.
But this power is being taken away. Beware the servants of the cylinder.
I have no idea how
They
old
will
this
seek
guy
to
is,
hurt
right?
you at every
Like, this guy could
opportunity,
be
and they
4
have
days
power
old.
to rob you of your abilities. But if you persevere, one day you will find a way to protect yourselves from their evil light. Farewell, my brave friends. I fear I am too old and tired to join you.
Too
May you
old
find a way to
and
prosper
tired.
in this time of struggles.
Let's go. Let's not get killed by the green guy.
It was not easy to leave the cave, but the elder had urged them to go forward. Suddenly, they felt the weight of their many tasks.
Oh, we have many
to find their
tasks.
Trebum siblings, to restore the powers their people had lost. And it all seemed a little daunting. Doomed its destruction.
Going around this guy
Nothing
here
could stop it forever.
is difficult. Unless he goes
They
way
needed
back
to
there.
roll to safety to
Dig.
find another tower to protect them quickly.
There's a stamina mist here. It's random how many stamina mists there are, I think. I think that one is always there. But it doesn't seem like the other ones are consistent. I'm gonna skirt this one, just barely. Here's where I get food into the other guys.
The Trebum found themselves almost as lost as they had been in the beginning.
In the beginning,
But the
like the
voice in
Bible.
their memories comforted them. It was only natural to be confused, it said. They had been born into a strange, broken world. Cut
Everybody
off from
was
the
a little
history
lost
of their
these days.
ancestors. Everyone was a little lost these days. What mattered was to keep going, to keep
Cube?
looking for answers, to keep carrying the light they held within them, the light that stopped the cylinder. In this strange, eerie temple, the Trebum felt something stir in their memories. There was a great power in this place. Something from the days when even the elders were young. Perhaps it could help them. The Trebum were disoriented for a moment. Something
What is
new had entered
disoriented?
their memories, and they needed to make sense
Drink
of
a little water.
it. It seemed to be a map. And on
Get rid
this
of that.
map, a location had been marked. If they understood correctly, there was some manner of serpent, a
I'm
guardian,
gonna...
a greater being of some
Next
kind,
round I'm gonna get hungry.
somehow linked
After
to a
that, I'm
safe
gonna
haven.
have to do the skip.
Could they find refuge there?
Then...
Their ancestors
Then it's the dark
must have created
maze.
this map for a
And then
reason.
2 more. In the servants.
what manner of strange beast lurked behind the cylinder. The Trebhum were deeply unsettled by this new mystery. But though some part of them was curious, they were certain it would be best not to find out.
Unfortunately, like, the play is gonna be, well, like, once it gets razor thin, like hyper, or it's not gonna get super competitive probably. This is not a very well-known speed game, but eventually it'll get to the point where you'll want a certain, like, set of things from the map. That's what he said. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
As their fear faded, the Trebhum started feeling weak and tired. With all the excitement and adventure, they'd neglected their most basic needs. The sound of an empty stomach reminded them that survival requires more than escaping from danger. You also have to eat.
Luckily, to eat.
One of the many gifts of the Trebhum is the capacity to store food in their bodies. But they still need to digest it to gain the
These
vital
things have a ton of
energy
food,
that
don't
gives
they?
them strength. And for such small creatures, they do require rather a lot of food. Fortunately, the savannah was rich in flora and fauna which would satisfy their little bellies without necessarily triggering a mutation.
I need some good-sized stamina wheel. I shouldn't have done this. I should not have done this. Alright, moment of truth. See if I can do the skip. Nope, not quite.
One by one, the yellow light cruelly burned away the Trebhum's
three.
abilities. The Elder had warned them about the evil light of the cylinder's servants. Now they knew what...
I did my wait. I did my 3-second wait. I got it every other time.
One by one,
Rick.
the yellow light cruelly burned away
Okay.
the Trebhum's
1,
abilities.
2, 3.
The Elder had warned them about the
5.
evil light
See
of
if
the
that does
cylinder's
it.
servants. Now they knew
Okay.
what kind of creature to avoid.
Oh, that wasn't too good. Yeah, just running right for that. That was unfortunate. Oh, right here's the lightning. After the lightning is... Oh, I completely forgot about the filter noses. Sheesh. I am out of my gourd. Next is lightning, then filter nose. And then... Oh wait, filter nose is the dark cave. I don't know why those separated for me. You get filter nose on the outside, then you go into the dark maze cave. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
The cylinder roared with fury. The voice in their memories spoke with great urgency. The Trebhum had to be very careful now. The cylinder would lash out at the lad, but it would not let them run too far. To survive, they would have to stay in the eye of the storm.
I think I only just realized that those tiny, like, hug in a ball things, I think, are baby those. Interesting. If it rubber bands, then if I get to the, like, later part of this, does it go faster, I wonder? Someone else pick up some food? Do I need to pick anything up in the... No. Get that fella out of here. Oh, he ate some food. He got it. Everyone was a little lost these days. I don't like that guy standing there. Water. Water. Give me a little bit of water. Wait, I do have to pick up a power-up that literally the filter knows. This fella. Dang, you mind not covering up my tower? You mind moving? Would you mind so terribly? Would you be so kind to get out of my way? Okay. Santi. What did they see? Filter trunk. Run number 8 is going to be difficult. Also, I think later on in the game, it's somewhat random whether each run is like lightning or not. So that's going to be random, or that's going to be another just killing the run for funsies sort of thing.
As frightening and surprising as this enormous creature was, the Trebhum felt a sense of relief to see it descend from the sky. This was the celestial being they'd been told to seek. Perhaps it held an answer to their troubles.
Did one of my guys just die? No.
Relieved at having bested the Guardian,
Ooh.
the Trebhum
Ouch.
now found themselves seeking the help they had been promised. Who would answer their questions in this place?
Omoa the Elder.
Encountering another elder was a happy moment. The Trebhum asked
Okay.
how they
We're
might
gonna leave.
survive the sin.
Run number 7.
And
So
the elder replied,
when we leave the temple,
I can feel
go
your
backwards,
fear,
turn,
little ones.
go head
Ever
right
since
around the
this
mountain,
cataclysm began, we have been seeking
start run
ways
number
to
7,
stop it.
just go
But
through
the
it.
cylinder is
After that,
relentless and
run number
indestructible.
8 starts. Run
It
number
will
8 is
consume
going to be
everything in
difficult.
its
I'm going to look at the map.
So,
I'm going to find the shortest
perhaps
route.
what we need to
And
do
the technique I
is
found,
go behind it.
which is kind of
I have
interesting,
discovered a
is to
mutation
run
that allows us
past the
to
tower,
rise into the sky.
which is
You
sometimes
must seek
easier
the
than
weeping
going
tree
into the
which
tower.
grows a special fruit that
Somehow.
floats as it becomes ripe.
Before the 8th run, I'm
It
going
is
to
the key to the transformation
try to make sure I have a
I've
full
undergone.
stamina wheel.
With it,
Otherwise,
you
it
can
will
use
kill me.
geysers to
The
float
cylinder
well
will
above the
kill me.
cylinder's height. My only regret is that I have grown too old and weak to help you with this task. If you find any
Okay.
glimmer of hope on the other side, remember me. Farewell.
Farewell. Rick, get down. Down.
Sadness and fear filled the Trebhum's hearts as they left the Elder's cave. Their only path to salvation
full
was
circle right
full
here.
of uncertainty. And they could not forget.
And I'm
that
gonna
they
have like
had
a
seen
quarter circle
lurking
by the time the
behind
7th run
zone,
ends.
casting
be
a
like
dark
that.
shadow over this glimpse of light.
Actually, I wonder if easy survival makes it so that the wheel goes down slower, or if it's just the stomach. Right there, I cannot jump for like
The
a
Trebhum had
moment
never seen this
after I gain
mysterious
control, and it's
tree the
irritating.
Elder spoke of. They would have to keep moving forward and hope it lay somewhere ahead.
The cylinder would give them no other choice. That's so true. The cylinder doesn't let me backtrack. Okay. I can't tell if there's a tower right here up the right side. There's not. I'm gonna have to go up the left side. Yikes. So this will be a close one. Get more circle. How much more circle do I need though?
They were still nowhere near the mysterious tree they were supposed to find.
Yeah.
But the voice in their memories encouraged them. It was wise in matters of root and rock.
This is a hard
and
one.
could sense the soil under their feet changing. Step by step, they were
And with the
getting
terrain being random, it's real hard to get it like fine-tuned. It's coming right for me. There's a big old hill right there. When the music changes like that, it's getting quite a bit closer. Yeah. Stressing. It's stressing me. Can I make it? I could have. I probably could have. But this is the technique I just found. Whenever you don't step on the light and the cylinder touches, it makes a checkpoint. So it's very fine-tuned, but because the cylinder rubber bands, if the terrain requires that you actually backtrack or like go sideways to find the tower, it would be faster to like let the cylinder hit the tower, just like run right past it, and then
was this
load it back in.
monstrous creature? Was this one of the cylinder's servants? The ones the Elder had warned them of? Its very form terrified the Trebhum. Even the voice and their memories seemed frightened of it.
Right here on
And then somehow,
this tree?
the Trebhum remembered the creature's
Which
name.
tree?
It was called the Mathematician.
Are these trees random? Alright, there's a tree right here where you can get it. Dang it. Okay, there's a tree right here. I think the trees are random. There we go. Finally. You can get it by just jumping. It probably would have been faster to crack one open at that pace, but if you can grab one first try, then it's faster. Another technique I just found. This tower's bogus.
Even with the ability to float, overcoming the cylinder would have to be done very carefully.
Oh, I might not have had enough stamina.
That was well positioned, close to the cylinder, when it lay still, or their plan would never work. They would have to keep looking, and meanwhile, they would try not to think about what sort of monster could kill one of the flying serpents.
It's about 15 seconds faster this way, if you don't die, of course, because you can drown. What does going into the tower actually do? So, going into the tower stops the cylinder. What I didn't show, because I reset really quickly, if you don't go into the tower, the cylinder will destroy the tower, and it'll just continue rolling. No shot that just happened. No shot that just happened. I thought it was strange. I went too fast. I just went too fast. Way back there. That's wild. That's wild. So, way back there, if you get close to that red wall, it turns blue, and then once you go past it, it activates the cylinder. But I went past before it showed up. So I went past before the trigger showed up. And so the cylinder is still back there. And that's dead run. Is it? I mean, I guess I could do the checkpoint. Alright. Oh. Okay. The cylinder is going to be taking a while to get here unless it rubber bands. That was strange. That was quite strange. I guess we'll be waiting here for a while. That sort of killed the run a little bit. Just a little bit. That's pretty wild. Went so fast I broke the game. Yo, what up? This is a 4-minute cutscene, so we're already behind record coming out of the cutscene. And that was actually kind of wild that I went too far to actually trigger the cylinder.
In the dream inside the strange
I beat it.
mind,
Like canonically, I
the voice that
suppose I
spoke to
beat
the
it
Trebhum seemed different.
if it would never come
It
after
was
me
less
again.
like a memory, more like something alive. But there were so many other voices.
Oh, I've been
too,
good, Ghostblade.
lost in this place.
I just found plenty good techniques and also failed this run by going too fast.
The clouds hanging low overhead, the cities in the valleys where the rivers ran. I remember the faces of my children and the songs we sang when the stars rose high. But I have forgotten the names of all these things, and slowly one.
I see all that. When did YouTube add the like emoji button that just like sends them fluttering upwards? I just went to the store. I got sushi. I got bratwurst. I got beef. I got milk, donuts.
Something hidden in this place.
That's all.
And the voice wanted the Trebhum to find it.
I remember a city built in the desert, in defiance of
In
thirst.
defiance of thirst.
When night fell, it shone
Like a jewel.
and even the stars envied its brightness. Poets and scientists gathered from around the world, and its great
This is fun.
scoured the sky for wisdom and beauty.
I was kind of,
First saw the new star.
what word would it be? About a year ago when I first did this run, I put a lot of work into like shaving down the first chapter down to 36 minutes. And then
Some of these memories were
it wasn't fun because nobody else
memories
played.
of
I
things
was just
that
sort of
had once been
playing against myself. But now someone beat me, and that's pretty cool. Now I can like have fun trying to get faster because there's actually somebody I'm going against.
Out to the sky, yearning for the stars. They were symbols of our best and our worst. I remember our voices echoing in the canyons as we fought for change, for a world that was different. then it came, and the towers fell, and there was no more difference. Where are our voices now?
Was that my whole shopping list in emoji form?
I only hear one.
After this run, I'm going to try to reduce the latency. Who is it, though?
As the memories
who?
return to the Trebon, old abilities.
I forget everything.
stolen
I
by
forgot what I
the
said in the
Silver
past
finally
5 minutes.
restored.
I have no idea what he's
But there
talking
was so
about.
much more.
Who's
The
what?
voice had answers, but
Oh,
was equally
the like skeleton. The guy was in chat yesterday. His
the Trebon
username was like skeleton
would have to
something.
come back.
Yeah, the guy who beat my record
This was a
was in
place
chat
of
yesterday,
death
and we were
and nothingness.
discussing how to go faster.
There were no answers to be found here. The voice and their memories urged them to return to the lands of the living.
In a few moments, I'm about to reduce the latency, because there's like a huge amount of time between whatever and whatnot.
A profound feeling of futility overcame
Okay,
the Trevor.
3648. That's not terrible.
Despite having miraculously survived their encounter with the mathematician, they were back.
Let's go YouTube, stream health, stream settings, stream latency. Why can't I change it? YouTube, stream, and can't change latency. Do I have to close the stream in order to change the latency? Change latency during stream. Okay, I think I'm gonna... Do I die when I get stepped on? Maybe. He deleted 3 messages. I don't remember what those were. Depends what kind of sushi. It was California roll. I'm gonna stop streaming and then change the latency and see if I can